Hi everybody, it's Letitia and it is officially summer. Before we go forward with anything, I'd like to introduce you to Reed. Hi, you're so sleepy. She is going to be our first dog ever because we foster failed her. So you're gonna see her all around as we're decorating the balcony. So we've been living at our place now for about 3 years. We have never used our balcony. Last year we bought 2 chairs. With our old foster dogs, we had to have a patch of lawn because a lot of them had health issues and they needed to use the washroom like every half hour for our last foster dog. And so it was just kind of If you saw in my apartment hacks video on how to maximize on living in a small space and decor in a small space, I worked with Article and we're working with them again to do our balcony. All of the pieces that came out today are from there. So our balcony measures 63 inches by 162 inches. This is the plan that I drew up. I had to measure everything down to the inch just to make sure that it would fit in the space. So we kind of had this like desert vibes, industrial-ish backyard feeling, but doesn't feel too cold. There's this Cactus store in the States, I think, and their way of displaying things is with cinder blocks. And so over a year ago, somebody was getting rid of cinder blocks, and I managed to bunz a few cinder blocks. That was a mission to get up to the balcony. Those things are heavy. So when it came down to finding plants for our space, we were actually very limited. I'm at the gardening center with my mom, trying to pick out plants that are windy, balcony friendly, but I'm so overwhelmed. Where do I start? Where's my mother? Mom? Thank goodness I have an Asian mom because she knows that the dollar store has the cheapest terracotta pots. 2 for $1.50. So if you're looking, don't go to the garden center. Get them at the dollar store. Today is the day that these babies finally have a place to stay. They're going outside. Everything's going outside. So first we have to clean up the balcony. Just a little. Configuring these cinder blocks was so much harder than I expected. This is more complicated than I expected. Thinking about Tetrising them in a way that looks appealing it's actually pretty tricky. This is a lot harder than I expected. The initial plan that I had was actually to have the lounge chair up against the banister, but then once we arranged it out, it looks so weird. Does it look weird?
Yeah, it looks weird.
Or what if we swapped
the cinder blocks?
So then we decided to flip it. And then when we flipped it, it looked totally good. It looked amazing. At the moment I was like, oh no, did we just get a piece that just looks way too big for our space? Is it not gonna work? Look at all my little babies. I just want you to hear how windy my balcony gets. And I already have a casualty. No, don't hurt it. Oh no. Look, this broke. All these little stemmies broke. This is why I need a cactus backyard. Those cinder blocks couldn't have turned out any better because what you end up doing is you can kind of shift them around so that you create more shelving. Then I pulled out the lower cinder block to create an extra shelf for more plants. It can act as a side table, so you can put your drinks there. You really have so much to play around with by elevating your space and like growing your plants vertically. When I saw these on an article a year ago, and I loved them. Stefan was a little wary of them at first. He was like, oh, they don't look terribly comfortable, but they are super comfortable. And we made sure to get a side table that was at the right height as well, so that it wasn't too high and it made sense with the height of the chairs. And I think everything came together so well. It took a lot of pre-planning because of, limited space, making sure that every piece that I selected was the right piece. We also got an outdoor pouf that could double as an extra table or sitting area. And now we go outside every chance we get. And so does Reed. Reed loves to carry her toys outside and lie in the sun, especially if you have a very limited amount of space. You really have to think ahead of what pieces you're choosing and how they're going to work together. I love how as the day goes by, the light changes and it makes the balcony look completely different. You get to enjoy it in a whole new light. We get mostly afternoon sun, so then when Reed gets hot, she crawls under the lounger. But we're going to get a storage box because the legs are actually quite high, which is great, and we could store the rest of our gardening supplies under there. As the biggest piece and as a key piece, the lounger was so important. We were debating if we wanted to get a couch or something there, but I did want to get something that I could lie down on but was also versatile. But then it can actually double as an extra bench, and you could seat a lot more people than if it was a couch. So just like the apartment hacks video, making sure that your pieces are not just unitaskers and trying to think of it in a multi-purpose way. So the lounger, the pouf. It's crazy how when you've made the space right for you, how much you utilize it more. Already within this last week, I have gone out and spent time more on the balcony than I have in the past 2-3 years collectively. Ridiculous. How do you feel about the balcony?
It's great.
Sir, would you like some mist? Well, the candles, not today. There. Thank you so much to Article for providing us with these pieces. You've really made our home, and it's so special to us to be able to enjoy and live in a lovely space. And if you want to see more of us, you can find us on Instagram at Letitia Q. See you guys next time. Bye.